Alrighty guys, we're back for some Gruul Urabrask, and this is a Wilds of Eldraine Standard brew. We're going to go over the deck, then hop right into some ranked, but first things first, for anyone who may not know, I'm Red Cat and I play aggro decks and any decks with red in them as well, so I hope that sounds fun to ya. Also, we do got that Discord link as well as that Patreon link down in the description if you're interested in joining either of those up. Okay, what do we got packed into the build here? Of course, based around Urabrask, we're rocking 3 of them in this one. A 4 mana, 4/4, first strike legendary creature. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, Urabrask deals 1 damage to target opponent. You add 1 red mana. Beautiful. Then, for 1 red mana, you can exile Urabrask, return it to the battlefield transformed under its owner's control, activate only as a sorcery, and only if you've cast 3 or more instant and or sorcery spells this turn, which should be pretty easy in this build. It flips into the Great Work for Chapter 1, deals 3 damage to target opponent and each creature they control. Nice. Chapter 2, create 3 treasure tokens. Okay. Chapter 3, until end of turn, you may cast instant and sorcery spells from any graveyard. If a spell cast this way, it would be put into the graveyard, exile it instead. Then you exile the Great Work and it comes back as Urabrask as well. So at that point, if you get to that Chapter 3, you're probably just winning on the spot, dude, because you're spamming a whole bunch of burn back from the grave and getting a whole bunch of mana with the Urabrask too. It's a terrific build around card, and it was actually requested that we revisit this again as soon as possible. We just did a mono red version, so here's the Gruul version, huh? Some of the other build around creatures, Questing Druid, a 2 mana 1/1. Whenever you cast a spell that's white, blue, black, or red, put a +1/+1 counter on Questing Druid. Nice. In a deck like this, dude, that could be a lot of counters really fast. But it also has an adventure side here. Seek the Beast for 1 in a red instant speed. Exile the top 2 cards of your library until your next end step. You may play those cards. So at instant speed, it's probably ideal that we go ahead and activate this on the opponent's turn, but you never know. If you do have enough mana and you are set up with like an Urabrask or something, just activating that on your turn and trying to just spam out as much as possible is going to be fine and dandy as well. Okay. Here's some burn. We got all 4 play with fires, all 4 lightning strikes. Yeah, all 4 of both of these are going to be terrific in here. Another build around creature, we got Kessig Flamebreather, 2 mana 1/3. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, deals 1 damage to each opponent. Beautiful, man. So yeah, it's going to do a lot in here. It actually probably has a good target on its back just based on this style of build, you know what I mean? So some more like 1 mana sorcery speed or instants as well. We got a Bushwhack at sorcery speed though. This is a 1 mana. So you can either search your library for a basic land, reveal it, put it into your hand. That honestly could come in handy. You never know. Maybe we're struggling to find the 4th for Urabrask or something, right? Or you can have target creature you control fight a creature you don't control. And when you have cards like Questing Druid in here actually getting pretty stacked from all the +1/+1 counters, this could act as great removal, huh? So we have 3 Seed of Hopes here. This is a 1 mana instant speed. Mill 2 cards. You may put a permanent card from among the milled cards into your hand. That includes lands, right? And then you gain 2 life. So this just happens to be an instant speed card. I like the life gain. I like that it can help us find like Urabrask and stuff from the deck, or for that matter, other permanents like the Questing Druid and Flamebreather too. I'm interested to see how much this actually does today, right? Have a single Mishra's command here, X in a red. You get to choose 2 of these abilities. This is sorcery speed. So you can choose target player. They may discard up to X cards. Then they draw a card for each card discarded this way. Okay. So this spell deals X damage to target creature, or this spell deals X damage to target planeswalker, or target creature gets +X/+0 and gains haste until end of turn. Nice. So we have more X spells here, 3 Tyvar stands being our protection spell of choice. X in a green, target creature you control gets +X/+X and gains hexproof and indestructible until end of turn. Beautiful stuff, guys. Over in the honorable mentions, I have Royal Treatment, which I thought about, but this doesn't give indestructible, and I did want something for the indestructible this time around. Tamiyo Safekeeping could have been a really awesome choice, but I'm interested to see how much extra mana we always have and how much that X ability on the Tyvar stand might actually come in handy in a deck like this. You never know. Buffing up a Questing Druid even further might just wrap up a game, or like the Flame Breather as well, right? But again, the life gain on Safekeeping could go a long way too. Since we already had some life gain on Seed of Hope, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see, like I said, if that X ability actually comes into play, right? Okay, we have some cards that help us filter out. Couple Thrill of Possibilities, 2 mana, instant speed as an additional cost to cast a spell. Discard a card, draw 2 cards. Beautiful. Helping you filter when you have like that Urabrask on the board is huge. Same concept with Witch's Mark, but we only have one of these because it's sorcery speed, which is detrimental sometimes. So you may discard a card. If you do, draw 2 cards. Then you create a Wicked Roll token attached to up to 1 target creature you control. Nice, good stuff. Couple Flick a Coins here, 3 mana, instant speed, 1 damage to any target. Create a treasure token, draw a card. Excellent, excellent stuff for a Storm style deck, right? Speaking of excellent stuff for Storm style, we got big score here. 4 mana, instant speed as an additional cost to cast a spell, discard a card. Draw 2 cards, create 2 treasure tokens. Nice. Top end, Hearth Elemental. This is a 6 mana, 4/5. This spell costs X less to cast, where X is the number of cards in your graveyard that are instant cards, sorcery cards, and or have an adventure, which includes the Questing Druid in this build, right? So that's pretty cool. Has an adventure side. Stoke Genius, 2 mana, sorcery speed. Discard your hand, then draw 2 cards. Beautiful. Also rocking Virtue of Strength here. It's a 7 mana enchantment. If you tap a basic land for mana, it produces 3 times as much of that mana instead. So luckily we have cards to help us find some of that basic mana like Bushwhack, but also we do have 12 basic lands in here. And like, we're not too worried about casting this out for 7 mana anyways, but that could be really cool to just produce a ton of extra mana on a turn. Realistically, it's also in here because it has that adventure side. For 1 mana, it's sorcery speed. Return target creature or land card from your graveyard to your hand. So whenever your Urabrask inevitably does die to a go for the throat, at least we can put it back into our hand with Virtue of Strength, right? Like if we didn't have the protection spell open, for example. Okay, guys, in the mana base, we only have 23 total land, but this is totally the style of deck where you end up flooding out anyways. So I wanted to opt for one of the cycling lands at the very least. This could also be Jetmir's Garden, either or works here. Or if you're not like me and you don't appreciate the land coming in tapped, like I really like to have cycling lands. Like sometimes I just get a vibe from a deck like, oh yeah, we're definitely going to flood out in this deck. But instead of like going down a land, I just like having the cycling land, you know what I mean? So yeah, Jetmir's Garden could be the thing, or you could just play other dual land. Totally fine. Copperline Gorge just chilling over here in the honorable mentions for that reason, right? Other utility land like Crucible of Defiance and Who Endures, of course, made the cut. Other honorable mentions. Feels super weird not playing with Ancestral Anger in this deck, but where the heck would we find room for it? You know what I mean? Also, Stoke the Flames. I think more of these Convoke cards could go a very long way in a Storm-style build like this. So, yeah, honorable mentions for a reason, huh? Okay, guys, enough rambling, huh? Hopefully I went over the build well enough. Let's go ahead, take it into some ranked, and see how we do. All right, right into that first game, guys. Let's go. What am I expecting from the build? We have to come up with some kind of jank song, you know what I mean, guys? Oh, I forgot to trade my mountain out to match the forest. Oh well, they're still both really cool. Actually, they do kind of match, don't they? All right, good hand, right? Yeah. Yeah, this is a terrific hand, and we go first. But no, yeah, I'm expecting jank. But the last time we played an Urabrask deck, it really surprised me. So you never know, dude. You never know. Recently, the standard meta, I've been seeing a ton of variety. That being said, all the variety are just like some of like the most powerful decks I've ever seen in my entire Magic career, dude. Like the power level's insane. So you gotta expect jank for something like this. Duress, no, get out of my hand, opponent. What do they ditch here? I'm okay if they ditch that Play with Fire. I'm not gonna play that until that Flamebreather comes down. I think they might actually take that Thrill of Possibility, if anything. It's a tough decision. Non-creature, non-land card. Yeah, I don't want to I don't want to play the Play with Fire and then have them take something else more important to me, because I'm actually looking at that Thrill of Possibility, thinking that it's more important to me right now, so. Gonna take the Tyvar stand. Okay, okay. So whenever it does come time for the Flamebreather, they don't want us to have open protection for it, which we wouldn't have had on turn 2 here anyways, but Bushwhack's good news. Making sure we get 3 mana. It's good. Urabrask. Dude, nice. 2 mana here from the opponent. We could go Thrill, but I think it's going to be Bushwhack. Find a land. Probably worth doing before the swing in case they do have removal for that, right? And then at least we would have gotten the ping from the Flamebreather. Thrill and Play with Fire open. Yeah, I'm gonna go for that swing, dude. Wow, it lands through. Okay, nice. Thrill and Play with Fire open. Land off the top could be good for the Urabrask, but... Oh, Sultai colors over there. Oh. Oh my, okay, Sunslayer has been making an appearance a little bit too much for my liking, man. Alright, let's go through a possibility. Let's ditch the Play with Fire, even though that could be really good. We're getting the Hearth Elemental a little bit cheaper. Oh, mana. Mana for days, guys. Urabrask is great. But, like, does it stick around? Probably not, but we can play it. Well, Hearth Elemental for 2 and Witch's Mark is still really good. Witch's Mark is sorcery, so... Nah, dude. This is what we came here to do. Let's do it. Let's do it, guys. No spot removal for that Urabrask. Nothing. You don't have it, opponent. Maybe, hey, you never know. Maybe the removal is Sheoldred's Edict or something, right? Because then we just ditch the Flamebreather instead. Or with these colors, I suppose a full-powered Tear Asunder would exile it pretty well. Yep, full-powered Tear Asunder. Ah, Urabrask. Urabrask. You okay over there? In exile? Hearth Elemental. Alright, can get Hearth Elemental down to 1, but I might activate its ability too. So let's go Witch's Mark. They ended up keeping the Sunslayer as a blocker. See what we see. Play with Fire, Lightning Strike. Wow. Wow. Well, I'm tempted by those. While the Flamebreather's alive and kicking, right? Restock our hand next turn instead. We can actually take out the Sunslayer with the Lightning Strike. Let's scry and figure out if we want to do that, or if we want to focus face here. Okay, land. Land. I suppose with a swing on Flamebreather, this is still focusing face pretty well, huh? I just hope they don't have us discard our Hearth Elemental, because I really want to activate that next turn to go ahead and restock our hand a little bit. It always ends up playing out a lot better for builds like this than I would ever anticipate, you know what I mean? Sheoldred comes down, they're down to 5. Now we're going to take a bunch of damage from the draw here too. Alright, but we gotta do it because, like, there's a good chance we find burn, and then they're down to 4. Urabrask. That doesn't get us there yet, but it's a great draw. I say we do it. Yeah, we probably had a pretty good chance of seeing some form of burn off the top, right? No, not necessarily. 2 Play with Fires gone, 1 Lightning Strike gone already too. I guess at that point it would be anything that was an instant or sorcery would have been better, but Invasion of Zendikar. Okay, guys, I think we're in this easily. Well, the opponent depends what that Xander's Lounge is chilling at, you know what I mean? Luckily, Cut Down can't pick up the Flame Breather at a 2/4. Play with fire. Oh my goodness. I mean, it's play with fire. Unfortunately, there's not a lot else. Let's see what's on top of the deck. Like, we can't hold off. We gotta do this. Throw a possibility, yet we just keep that on top. And then we can still play the Hearth Elemental with that one extra from the Urabrask there. And then I guess it's a full swing because I don't know what that last land could possibly be. And then the 2 comes through from the Flame Breather. Nice. Nice. GG opponent. Wow. Look, man, we still have to anticipate jank for this build. But yeah, last time I played with Urabrask, it was astonishing how well the deck actually did. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I forget if the deck overall did really good, but I do think that Urabrask in and of itself did really, really good. So I'm gonna go ahead. Oh, okay. Waiting for the next opponent. Yeah, I'm trying to be a little bit more vigilant in these in-betweens, especially when I don't have too much to say about the previous game. Trying to be a little bit more vigilant to go ahead and pause the recording while we find the next one, but usually doesn't take too long then. Okay, now this is a mulligan. Only that one mountain. Yeah. These hands weren't very good. All right, keep it. Ditch the forest. Yep. Okay. Turn 1, Rockfall Vale. That way we don't take damage from playing Flame Breather next turn. Mano. Uh-oh, guys. All right. Some removal will be terrific. You know what? Flick a Coin isn't bad at all, dude. Picks up Phoenix Chick nicely. Probably a couple other... Oh! Up against some Gruul. Well, they're probably going to go Wicked Roll here unless there's something they want to ramp into next turn. Wicked Roll, get it to a 3/3. No, something they want to ramp into. Oh. Mana. Okay, okay. That makes sense. That makes sense to me. No swing this turn, though, because now we can block. Well, they could still swing for funsies. But it would have been swing, keep the mana open, and then the 2 damage would have been cheesed through because I wouldn't have wanted to risk the Flame Breather. Risking the Flame Breather dying would have been really bad. Flick Coin hits nothing on their board. It'll be better once the Urabrask is down. That being said, Sorcery Speed. We're going to go Witch's Mark and get rid of that Flick a Coin. A 2/4 Flame Breather blocks really well. If we would have... Yeah, no. Yeah, I want to keep the Tyvar stand for the Indestructible and everything. Because we might be able to do a lot next turn, right? Like maybe they attempt a full swing because they think they're going to hit us with a Play with Fire. Take care of the Flame Breather. That'd be 2 cards for 1, though. That wouldn't be the best, but you guys know what I mean by keeping that Tyvar stand open. They also had to play their Who Endures land, and we do have Urabrask available for next turn, so as long as they don't have too much that deals a big damage, then we might be fine here. Yeah. Yeah, we might still be fine. Shivon Devastator for how much? This is 1. They get an extra counter from the Kamano. We got 1 mana. Gonna take a damage for that from that Karplusan Forest. Sticky Fingers. The Menace is so good, dude. And they can keep the etching back, no problem. So our blocking Flame Breather play didn't do the thing we wanted it to do here. Generating a treasure. Oh no. That 1 treasure could still be something too. 3rd Kumano, for example. They might actually be debating. I mean, if it's like a play with fire, they could just keep it open for our turn, though. Yeah, it is going to be the third Commando. Oh, no, guys. Okay. Yeah, Tyvar Stand didn't do anything this turn, unfortunately. So it would have been better to keep Flick a Coin, but it still doesn't hit anything on the opponent's board. Questing Druid. Are we in trouble? Maybe. It depends if this Urabrask can actually land. Down to 12. Yeah, we're going to have to keep that back. A double block on the Scoundrel wouldn't be terrible, because at least we have that first strike then hitting before any damage goes through. Oh, crap, dude. And they're still keeping the 1 mana open over here for something. This is a scary build, opponent. First of all, Sticky Fingers. Love this card. Underplayed. Still, to this day, underplayed. Another Sticky Fingers! Ah! Dude, we gotta be careful, man. What do we want to hit here? I guess we'll hit the Commando. Oh my goodness, we're gonna die. If we can't figure out a way to spam the damage through next turn. Yeah, they get a card draw, they get a treasure. If that card draw is a 1 mana card, like... Okay, it wasn't. Oh, buddy. I'm sweating, dude. I'm sweating over here. Second Flamebreather could be good. We die in the air. These Devastators kill us in the air, so we have to figure out a way. I suppose it starts with Questing Druid. The Seek the Beast side of things, right? Yeah, we don't have enough mana just to get the Flamebreather down to ping extra damage through, so... we could start with a swing, too. Down to 6, or down 6, down to 11. Because if we keep blockers, it doesn't matter because of the Devastators, right? Right? Do we start? If we don't start with the swing, the extra red mana on the Urabrask might go to waste, and we might need that 1 red mana to activate the ability. Okay, we start with the swing. Yeah, we start with the swing. The treasure is holding them for now. And it took me a while to think through whether or not we wanted to do that. Down to 11. Yeah, we want to do that now because we don't want that 1 red source from the Urabrask to end up fizzling out. Top 2 comes down to this, dude. Comes down to the top 2 easily. If it's land, it's a GG. If it's something that helps us see more, then... Play with Fire. Play with Fire can hit one of the Devastators, or we can ping the opponent's face here. If we go 1, 2... 1, 2, Play with Fire. Green source open. So we're actually safe here to go right into that Play with Fire to their face. Go Tyvar Stand. Have the red mana. Guys. The storm. X is 0. Confirm 0. On anyone. Activates all 3 of these, and then we flip the Urabrask. Also, the Urabrask was going to wipe their board, even if they had more. Even if they had more here. That's wild stuff, dude. Wild stuff. Yep, it came down to just seeing any instant and sorcery off the top there. And they were at -2 there, too, so playing that Flamebreather was actually what caused the lethal damage that turn, right? Yeah, playing this second Flamebreather before. Or no, we didn't need it because we only played 2 things after the fact, right? Did we need it? Or was it going to be lethal down to 0 regardless? I don't know. That'll be something that maybe I'll go back and watch the match for and find out. GG opponent. That was super scary. Just spamming those Devastators down and everything. That was something else, man. And that 1 mana card could have done a lot too. Luckily, our creatures that were left on the board weren't in like Play with Fire range or anything, so... So far, so good, man. That's what I get for calling certain decks jank. We just end up doing really well with them. I still think we want to call this one jank, though. Questing Druid, opponent goes first. Okay, let's give it a shot. Life gain on seed, see if we can find a creature, maybe. Flamebreather. Alright, I'll start with Seed of Hope. I do want to see this graveyard side of things actually doing something. Oh, Flamebreather, nice. Yeah, I do want to see the graveyard side doing something in one of these matches, so we'll see. Maybe this can be the match. Virtue of Loyalty on their turn. Okay. Maybe they didn't want us to play blue next to that green. Alright, right into Flamebreather. Yeah, if a couple Flamebreathers can survive for a few turns, while we see stuff with like the Questing Druids and everything, that could really go a long way. Wedding announcement, okay. Not too concerned. Lightning Strike, okay. Second Flamebreather. Tyvar stand open for protection. This is great, dude. This is great. The welcome. Oh, okay. Yep. They're gonna keep their hand nice and stocked. Luckily, we're just gonna ping face with the Play with Fire and keep doing that. Not gonna worry about their creatures at all. I'll just go ahead and do this now, though. 4 total damage from that Play with Fire, and the scry is huge. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna keep that. I'm going to keep that. There's no guarantee that we see a land off the Questing Druids, and 4 mana here is actually really good. We'll have Questing Druid open, Lightning Strike open, Tyvar stand open. Tyvar stand for 2 could still be really good depending on where they block here. No, we should just keep it all open, right? Like literally all of it. So, no attacks, end turn. These Flame Breathers are super dangerous in a pair like this. Lay down arms. Okay, Tyvar stand. Let's go, let's see if we find a Tyvar stand off the Seek. Or maybe we'll see, yeah, because if we see a Tyvar stand off the Seek, that's a little bit better for the turn. Urabrask, ooh, Bushwhack. Cool. Alright, so we'll just go... Actually go X's 1 to stop them from attacking here. Do they have instant speed removal? They might. Still have 3 mana open. So yeah, using the rest of our mana to get that to a 2/4 means they probably weren't going to attack anyways. They can take the other Flame Breather. That's 1 down. That's 1 of their threats down. Okay, Wedding Festivity flipped. Mana off the top's pretty good. We can successfully go Mountain, Urabrask, right? And then Bushwhack. We can't play another thing. We'll have 1 mana available. Let's just go Bushwhack, take care of their 3/3, I suppose. That pings 2 more to their face. Yeah, I don't think we need more land. I think taking care of some of their cards could be best case scenario for now. Either way, we want to play both of those. When it's down to 10. Nice and stacked on this board state, dude. If we can keep some of these creatures around, which I'm not convinced that we're going to be able to, but 6 total mana from the opponent. No. 5 total. Could be a Sunfall. I was looking at that ossification like it was a Plains. 5 total mana. Destroy evil for the Urabrask. Do we get to keep the Flame Breather around? We might be able to. If we didn't play Urabrask last turn... Yeah, no. Like another Tyvar stand would have been pretty good. Well, in hand, not off the Druid. No attacks. 3 mana open could be a Seat of the Empire. and Flamebreather alive is much more valuable than attempting to save 2 life from us. Seed of Hope. Okay. Okay. Did we go for the victory this turn? And I don't think we want to attack with this Flamebreather, is the problem. And anything we stack onto the board could also be a problem. Alright guys, we're just going to keep the Questing Druid, Seed of Hope, and the Lightning Strike open for the opponent's turn. We're not going to be attacking here. We'll see, we'll see. Yeah, attacking into a Seat of the Empire would just be a GG, man. We need that extra ping from that Flamebreather every turn. Or as much as possible, you know? Every red card we play, that Questing Druid on the board is going to get a nice little buff. Maybe we can get them to use the Seat of the Empire onto the questing. Okay, Virtue of Loyalty for the turn. Oh my goodness. Yeah. I guess they don't swing now because now... Oh, we do have good blocks. So, we'll start by seeing what we see with Seek the Beast. Oh, if we don't see a red card, though... Okay, get that land out of here, huh? Then, Questing Druid... Questing Druid can't block, but Flamebreather still can, so that's good news. Flamebreather, let's go, dude. Alright, we can block 1, take 4. Great attacks on our turn. Great. No, we don't have great attacks because these all untap. Oh, no. Oh, no, guys. Okay, well, Flamebreather number 2. Then Thrill of Possibility would have to discard the Lightning Strike. That doesn't seem great. It's just a Lightning Strike to the opponent's face instead, maybe? Need something to discard. My apologies, opponent. I am thinking. I'm terrified of a board wipe. Terrified of a board wipe. Maybe it's discard Flamebreather. Gotta play a land. Discard Flamebreather. See if we find a little bit more here. Questing Druid number 2 first, since we have 6 mana total. We could do this on their turn, but we might find an important sorcery speed card that we wouldn't mind playing. Yeah, that's, oh, crap, dude. First of all, Who Endures isn't bad. Haha, that's not bad at all, is it? Lightning Strike. Okay. Yeah, no attacks. Yeah, all that extra land, we could have seen a lot of better stuff. Who Endures can hit that Virtue of Loyalty. That was just the other land leaving from the Questing Druid. Okay, let's see what they end up doing here, because we're at 12. We're probably going to be forced to block something. Pinging a Lightning Strike to a human. Yeah, this is a lot of land, unfortunately. We could go Who Endures on the Wedding Festivity. We can buff both of the druids, take out one of these 1/1 or one of these 3/3s too. Either way, these untap, so we're gonna have to do our best to get rid of these. How do you guys feel about that? Then Lightning Strike the 3/3. Because of this Virtue of Loyalty, we could just ping the Virtue with the Who Endures though, but then these don't get a buff. Elspeth Smite, 3 damage. Ah, tough decisions, guys. Very tough decisions. I don't know. Let's hit face. Let's hit face. There's a great chance of seeing something that can end the game next turn. And so if we hit face, that's like best case scenario. Wandering Emperor can get a +1 to something in the first strike as well, so that'll be able to take care of one of these Questing Druids. The plan here was to get rid of their creatures so we wouldn't have to worry about the untap anyways. Oh, they don't get the flash. It's their turn. As long as Wandering Emperor entered the battlefield this turn. Wait, oh yeah, there it is. I'm confusing myself over there because nothing happened. So now 2 of their creatures on tap. Oh no, more land, guys. All right, no questions asked. It's who endures for the turn. Anyone's game easily. Heavily leaning towards the opponent this time. So who endures for the turn? Wedding Festivity. If they swing, we could go like no. Okay, Virtue of Loyalty. We need to see some burn, guys. We really, really need to see some burn. They go Wandering Emperor. They probably should generate a token over the counter. If they go counter onto one of those, make it like a 5/5. Could also... Let's see what they do. All right. We're looking at this Virtue of Loyalty like this is too much. But let's just keep Flamebreather. That way if we see... So we're going to go no blocks. Who endures onto the Wedding Festivity? And take 7. It's so risky, man. But now, if Flamebreather survives and we see a Play with Fire off the top, it might be game. That's the plan. Let's see it. Down to 2. Come on, guys. No more land. No more land. Actually, there's a whole bunch of stuff we could see off the top. Oh, gaining life with the Wandering Emperor. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, Questing Druid. We still have a great chance, guys. Come on, let's see it. Down to 4. Land. Seed of Hope. Okay. I suppose that's that, because Seed of Hope can't grab us an instant or sorcery. But it can hit permanents. Dude. Okay. So I guess we should just play the Mountain from hand. Come on, guys. There's no way, right? Oh my goodness, dude. Everything. Like, Virtue would have done it too. GG, opponent. GG, buddy. I can't even. I'm speechless. Wow. Wow, guys. Should we just like end on a high note or something? This is pretty fun. We're 37 minutes in. Yeah, you know what? Let's end on a high note, man. Let's end on a high note. It's been a long recording day. Getting obliterated in the last video. So yeah, here's the deck list again, guys. I wouldn't really change too much. Felt pretty good. I think we should still call it janky. I think. I don't even know, dude. What's up? What's up with these Storm style decks like actually doing really good? Urabrask was excellent. I wouldn't go up to 4 of these though. It's a key piece, but it is legendary and it is 4 mana. So a key piece at 3, totally fine. I wouldn't go up, I wouldn't go down. Flamebreather on the other hand, can we have like 4 more of these? Yeah, actually we can, but we probably shouldn't, right? What's that one defender card? I don't know what it's called, so I'll type in defend and see if I can find it real quick. Aha! Thermo Alchemist, yeah. But I don't know if we necessarily want more of this style ability, but today, yeah, obviously it was really, really good. But if we mess up too much of the flow of the deck, then it might really mess up, right? But that could be a great like budget option to trade some of these out if you don't have like all the rares or mythics for some of these, right? So Thermal Alchemist is definitely something to consider. The 2 of Hearth Elemental was sweet. The Questing Druid was awesome. The Tyvar stand was good. We did kind of sort of use that X ability, but not really. But yeah, it didn't come into play. This could also be Tamiyo safekeeping, I would say. Seed of Hope was awesome, grabbing a lot of different permanents back with that, right? Like the Flame Breathers, Questing Druid, Hearth Elemental, Virtue of Strength is a permanent, Urabrask. Yeah, not bad. I like the Seed of Hopes. And of course, all of the land too. So this whole side over here can be picked up from the Seed of Hope. And it's realistically just in here because it's the 1 mana instant speed card too, though. So Play with Fires, Lightning Strikes, all that was great. Thrill of Possibility was awesome. Witch's Mark could just be traded out for another Thrill of Possibility, so you have something else at instant speed, right? But I do like the one of Witch's Mark too. Look, a coin didn't do too much, and we didn't get to see the big score today either, but that could have been a sweet draw, a few of those matches, huh? Very nice, guys. Very, very nice. I wouldn't change too much here. Let me know what you would add or take out down in the comments. And if you made it this far into the video, y'all are champions for real. I super duper appreciate you. You know what? I could also see dropping a Virtue of Strength and going up another Hearth Elemental too for 3 of those. I think Hearth Elemental is good enough as a 3 of in this build, and I could totally see that being the case. Oh, Mishra's Command we didn't get to see today either. So you could take this out for your choice of anything, really. Another burn spell could go a long way as well, so something that could hit Sheoldred, you know? This can hit Sheoldred too, though, so. Alrighty, guys. Hey, I will see you in the next video.